All right. Hello, ladies.
Hey.
Let's try that again. Hello, ladies. Hey. All right. Good deal. Love it. All right. So first, thanks so much, Coach, for giving me the opportunity to come in and hang with you ladies today. You need to know that coaches are guarded, and they don't just put anybody around their athletes because they love you. And so they want to protect you. And so for that, I'm truly grateful for Coach giving me an opportunity to come hang out with you ladies today. I have two norms that I want to, as I talk, and Coach, just hang with me on time. Let me know. I know you gave me a time frame, so please let me know. I get a little excited a little bit sometimes, so let me know. Let me know on time if I go over. But just two norms. Yes, we can learn from the past. Yes, it's important to plan for the future, but the most important thing is being in the present and being in the moment right now. Y'all agree with that? Okay, so I asked that if you would just, don't worry about any of that other stuff, but just let's enjoy our time together and have a good time during the day. If you're good with that, give me a head nod. Good deal. Okay, second thing I asked is, we can read, we can learn, we can listen to people talk, all of those things, but if we don't synthesize the information and then apply it, then we've wasted our time, right? And I don't want to waste your time. My time is valuable. I ain't wasting my time either. So I want to make sure that we have valuable time together. And so just make sure that you take one thing away, at least one thing. Hopefully it's more than one. But if you can just take one thing away and apply it in your life, I would feel that we had some good time here today. So if you're good with that, give me a head nod on that. Good deal, good deal. All right, so as we start the year, there's some things that are super vital. And I think that setting the tone at the beginning of the year is important. Like, it's important to know, like every class y'all been in, hey, these are the rules, right? Your coach, hey, these are the rules. This is the expectation. Like all of that. So it's important to set the tone so that you know what the expectations are, so that you can do what you have to do to go above and beyond those. That makes sense? Right? So I just want to kind of talk to you about setting the tone as you start your school year, right? And so as I was thinking about it, I thought about, like, I've always been fascinated with, like, leaders. Like, what do leaders do? What do successful people do to make it to be successful? Right? I've always been fascinated with that. I've always read. I've always asked people lots of questions, like, how you do that? Like, man, that looks cool. Man, show me how to do that, right? I've always been fascinated with those kind of things. And so just brainstorm with me. What are some things, think about some successful people in your life. Okay? Could be leaders, could not be leaders, but just successful people. What are some of the traits that they had? This is your time where y'all talk with me, okay? Somebody give me one. Give me one.
Self-discipline.
Self-discipline, that's good. I like that. Give me one.
Respect.
Ooh, that's good. So respect for others, respect for yourself. Okay. Somebody give me something else. Be responsible. Be responsible. Okay. Anybody else?
They have like a competitive spirit.
Ooh, so they have a competitive spirit, right? I don't care who you are. I'm about to get you, right? You're gonna get it. Right? I love that. I'm the same way. I don't care if it's gum chewing, man. You better watch out. And so, you don't want to play, don't get over here. All right? Any others? Give me some others. Give me two more. Somebody. What you got?
Most of them have a positive attitude.
Right here. Right here. Bam! Say that again for me.
Most of them have a positive attitude.
Most of them have a positive attitude. So, regardless of the situation, they find the good in it. You agree with that? Okay, last one right here. What you got?
Good work ethic.
Good work ethic. Okay, so that's a good one. So in order to do great things, to be successful, you have to put the work in, right? Y'all agree with that? Like, it don't just happen. Like, you don't just show up and win. like that don't just happen. Like it's a process to get to that kicking butt and making everybody enjoy you kicking their butt. Like, it's a process to get to that, right? And so let me share this. So, Coach, I don't even know if you know this, Coach. So, and I'll share this with you guys because this made me think of this. So, growing up, where I grew up, we were really good in basketball, right? And so like from the time I was in junior high to the time like my second year in college, we didn't lose a district basketball game. That's a long time, right? So when we talked about the process, it made me reflect to think about some of that, because man, there was a lot of hard work put in. Some days I thought coach was trying to kill us, right? but yeah, for real. But I enjoyed the feeling of winning though, right? I enjoyed the feeling of keeping that streak and and holding up. So everybody knew, hey, man, when y'all play them guys, well, y'all just better shoot for second place, right? So get ready for second, because they gonna put it on us. So we're just playing for everybody else, and that's what it has to be. But for me, one of the big components, I think leaders, I think successful people that are doing great things, they have an amazing mindset, right? Like kind of some of the things I talked to you about, like if you're going to play, well, come on, let's go. The mindset is amazing. And I'm an acronym guy, so I'm going to share some acronym with you. And for me, for mindset, I think it's LPOs, right? LPOs, and the L is limits. So let me ask you this. Who is the only person that can hold you back from achieving whatever it is you want to achieve in your life? Yourself, right? I'm the only person that can hold me back from achieving anything I want to do in life. And guys, I stand in front of you as raised with a single parent mom. I saw some crazy things like in my family, in my life, but then on the flip side of that, I use that as my motivation to say, hey, yeah, in my family, we ain't doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to be successful so I can take care of my mom. Like those kind of things, right? And so I use it as my motivation, and it showed me, so now I've achieved some pretty neat things in my life, and I'm truly grateful for it. But what it showed me is, hey, there is no limit, right? If you limit yourself, you limit yourself, right? So if I said, well, I don't know any people that write books, or I don't know anybody that coached. Well, what if I said, like, my people, we don't do that? Well, I wouldn't have been able to achieve the things I've been able to achieve, right? So the first thing you got in your mindset, there is no limit. And if you limit yourself, you limit yourself. The P is possibilities, right? And for me, the possibilities are possible. I'm going to say that one again to you. The possibilities are possible. And what I mean by that is, like, it don't matter where you start. It don't matter where you're from. It don't matter what's happened to you. What you have to do is you have to learn from all of those things. Like I said, use that as your motivation and let it propel you to do amazing things. That's what leaders do, right? That's what great, successful people do. They don't whine and say, oh, poor me, all this happened to me. No. Get up, learn from it, put it behind you, let's move on and make great things happen. Period. Right? No excuses. It happened. Let's go on to the next thing. If I waste my time worrying about that, somebody else just beat me. And that's unacceptable. I can't handle that. I'm not going to deal with that. Right? So I have to make sure that I'm on point each moment of each day and know that the possibilities are possible. All right? And then the O in the mindset is opportunities. And ladies, opportunities bring opportunities. I want to share this story with you. So growing up, I was raised with a pretty strict disciplinarian single parent mom. Told you that. Okay. And my mom made sure that I was always on point, doing what I was supposed to do, taking care of business, had me involved in lots of things. So all I knew was do right, work hard, treat people right, take care of my business. That's all I knew growing up, but my mom would choke me out. No. But that's all I knew, right? Some of y'all got strict parents. Yes, y'all. So y'all understand what I'm saying, right? You understand what I'm saying? You're like, man, well, that lady is tripping. She is. But I used to think that, but now I'm grateful that I had that in my life, right? Because it made me be the person I am, right? And so, sometimes in our life, when you go through those tough, be grateful that you have people that love you enough to get on you. right? But back to the story with opportunities. So all I knew was do things right, work hard, take care of business. There was a guy in my town that I really looked up to. I wanted to grow up to be just like him, right? He was my little league baseball coach. He's my elementary school principal, Mr. McDaniel. I'm gonna say his name. Love that guy, right? So I wanted to grow up to be just like Mr. McDaniel. And little did I know, Mr. McDaniel saw the things that I did and how I carried myself as a kid. Right, through high school. In high school, I played 4 sports for 4 years, played college football. So he saw those things, right, how I would operate. And so when I got out of college, I graduated from college, broke college kid looking for a job. I applied here in Conroe School District at Peete Junior High, right? And the principal at that school, he knew Mr. McDaniel. I didn't know that, right? All I knew was I was looking for a job. So that principal calls Mr. McDaniel and says, hey, I got this Chip Baker guy here applying for a job in my school. Tell me a few things about him. And Mr. McDaniel said, oh, man, he's a good guy. You need to give him an opportunity. He's going to work hard. He's going to do things right. He'll be an asset to your team. That principal gave me a job. That principal gave me that job not because of my experience, because I had no experience. It was my first job, right? There was a whole lot of people that was more talented probably to have more experience than I had. That was applying, but he gave me that job because of what he thought from what Mr. McDaniel said. All right, and I tell you that story because I got that job as my very first job as a teacher and coach off of who I was when I was a kid. Right? And so in your life, that's how everything works. The things that you're learning right now, what coach is demanding of you, like you're going to be able to take those things and use those in your life to help you be successful in life. And I can tell you that because I'm living proof of that. Like I said, all of those things when coach, like he tried to kill us out there on the like now, hey, it's nothing I've faced in my life that's tougher than what I had to go through on the football field. Nothing, right? And now I'm like, hey, come on, bring it on, sucker, I'll hit you in the mouth. You know, like whatever it is, I'm mentally tough enough to handle anything that comes my way. Like I'm not saying, oh, I don't know. Well, at least I'm gonna try it. I don't know if I'm gonna get over her, but I'm gonna try to get over. I'm gonna try it. And wherever I fall, I learn some things, even if I don't make it. But I'm gonna learn some things. So opportunities bring opportunities. So just kind of in review, great leaders to me, first off, for them, there's no limits, right? Because if you limit yourself, you limit yourself. You're the only person that can hold you back, right? Possibilities. Hey, I'm telling you, as you're setting your goals for the beginning of the year, individual, team, whatever it is, hey, it's possible for you to achieve those. I believe that, or I wouldn't say it to you, right? It's possible. The possibilities are possible. And then opportunities bring opportunities. So know that how you move about on your day-to-day basis determines the success you're going to have down the road. I'm going to say that one again for you. How you operate on a day-to-day basis, like right now, being in the moment, like if we're in the weight room right now, bam, give me everything you got in the weight room. If we're on the court, bam, give me everything you got on the court right now. If it's a loose ball, get after it, right? So opportunities bring opportunities. Those things that you learn now, you'll be able to use. And so now, and I can tell you this, when later on down the road, you'll have opportunities and people say, oh yeah, that person's a hard worker, give her opportunity. Oh, I don't know about her, her attitude sucks. I'm just being real. I mean, those things happen, right? So you miss opportunities based off of how we act, right? So understand that opportunities bring opportunities. So that's what I have for you ladies. I also wanted to make sure that I had time for questions. Because, you know, like I can give you whatever, I could prepare something, but if I don't give you what you need, then I feel like I wasted my time. So if you have questions over anything, coaches, if y'all need me to add anything or scenarios, we can talk. If I have time.
So just some backstory. Coach Baker coached in high school for
20 years.
20 years.
Yep.
And most of it was on the football and track side
Yep.
of things?
It was football and powerlifting. I was head powerlifting coach.
Powerlifting, okay.
And I did some track.
And he now goes around and speaks to groups all over. He meets and has a podcast and interviews people who have not limited themselves.
Man.
who have made possibilities possible, and what was the O?
Opportunities.
They've taken advantage of the opportunities that have been given to them. He's also written how many books?
6, Coach.
6 books.
It's crazy.
So
It's crazy.
you can join his YouTube channel and get some good motivation. It's good stuff to hear on a daily basis.
Now, I got a question for you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Before you did the podcast, before you wrote the books, did you ever do either one of them?
No, Coach. I'm glad you asked that, because that made me, when Coach was saying some of those things, like it still like trips me out. Like, it surprises me, like when people say those things, like he's written books. Like, really? Like oh yeah, I guess so, yeah. You know, but or like a podcast or YouTube channel. Like it's still amazing to me that I've been able to do those things. But just like anything, reps make you better, right? So the more shots you get, the better you're gonna be at your shot. Right?
Perfect timing for that.
Coach, I'm telling you, like the more you get it, like, hey, I can't look at the bar and expect to get strong. Oh, big muscles. Like, no, guys. Hey, no, that don't happen. Okay, you got to get your butt in there and go to work, and you got to hurt, and you got to sweat. Okay, every day. You got to do it. You got to be consistent about the way you do it. And so, to answer your question, none of this, all of the stuff that I'm doing, I've never done it before. Like, I didn't even know anybody that did it, right? But I had a burning desire and a passion to provide some positive inspiration and motivation, and I went out and I learned it, right? And I feel that I'm still a work in progress. Like, there's still a lot of things that I can grow and learn and do and be and see, and that's what excites me, because now, like, man, like I'm meeting, like Coach said, I'm meeting some people, like I see them on TV, or like I read their books, you know, like I've always read their books. I'm hanging out with these people, like, I mean, it's crazy. Like, they excited to see me, like, I mean, I'm excited to see you, like, you, like, those kind of things. And so all of that stuff I'm saying to you, like, I'm not just saying because Coach gave me opportunity to speak and I did, no, like I've lived those things, right? Like, I haven't limited myself. Like, without a shadow of a doubt, I think all the time about this, and I'll share this with you. This is a safe space. I can share something with y'all, right? Okay, so like Coach told you those things. I told you, though, like, single parent mom. I got 2 other brothers that had did some things, and they went like on my desk I keep a picture of the house that I grew up in, right? And it reminds me every day, first, to keep pushing, right? And secondly, to keep pushing, because we ain't doing that no more in my family, right? And so, like, I'm telling you, like, there is no limit. Like it was some crazy times, things that I've seen in my family. Like, there is no limit. Like, if I can stand in front of you and say, like, I've written 6, I gotta whisper, because I still don't believe it, Coach. 6 books. It's crazy, right? It blows me away. But, like, that's how it is. Like, when you step out and get uncomfortable, man, I'm telling you, like, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Oh my.
Come on, Coach. I'm gonna say that one again. I'm gonna say this again to you. Hey, you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? So if I hadn't stepped out and said, oh, I'm gonna learn how to edit stuff. Okay, I'm gonna learn how to upload video. I'm gonna learn how to, like, I've never taken any classes on any of that stuff. Like, I just ask people, YouTube, try it, fail, learn from it. And so that's everything in your life. On the other side of that uncomfort is maximum growth, right? And that's what makes me excited. Like, I'll give you this analogy. You guys ever, like, a weight room analogy, like, looked at the bar, you put a weight on there, and you think to yourself, man, no way I can do that, right? Yeah, right. Like you looking at the weight on the bar, and Coach like, hey, come on, let's go, let's do it, right? And you're looking at the bar like, man, I ain't never done that. You thinking all those things, you're having a conversation with yourself, right? You like self? I ain't never done that, right? Like, you're having that conversation, but you get under there and you see that, hey, your coach believes in you, your teammates are encouraging you, they believe in you, right? And you try it and you do it. Let's go, right? And so now that gets you excited to try more and you continue to grow. But I tell you that because, just like Coach was asking, every situation in your life will be that way if you want to grow and be the best version of yourself, right? So you can apply that to family, you can apply grades, sports. I mean, you can apply that to any. It's going to be uncomfortable. You got to try it, right? And even if you don't move it or get it, you learn a lot of things within your effort, right? Okay, I got to get my back flat. Got to get my feet the right place. Got to get my hands in the right. Like all of those little, you learn that, and then you continue, and eventually you will. What you got? You got a question?
Oh, no.
Okay, I thought you had a question. That's good, Coach.
We have one more question, and then we'll take a picture.
Yes. What you got?
Okay, so my thing is like, for people who do have a limited mindset, what would you,
Hang on one second. Let me make sure we hear her. Okay, what you got?
for people who do have a limited mindset, what would you like to say, or what would you like to encourage them to do to make themselves not have one?
Okay, so her question was for people that have a limited mindset, what would you encourage them to do? And I have a principle that I use. I'm glad you asked that question because this is something that I use in my life daily to help me push forward. This was my rules in my classroom. This was my player rules. Like I didn't have a lot of paper. Like it's just these three things: show up, have a great attitude, give your all. Okay, so if you don't believe that you can do things, hey, just show up and do be where you're supposed to be. So if you got to be here at 1, have your butt there early at 12:40 and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like show up, be in the moment. Like I asked you to be in the moment. Be in the moment with everything you do. Have a great attitude, right? I don't know if you, let me share this with you. Gratitude is the attitude that determines your altitude. Ooh, hold on, wait a minute, one more time, hold on. Gratitude is the attitude that determines your altitude. And what I mean by that is you have to be grateful for what you do have, right? Things could be better, but guess what? They could be a whole lot worse. And some of us have seen worse, right? So I'm grateful for where I am, right? And so you have to make sure that you're grateful because great things happen for you when you are grateful. And then the G is give your all. Okay, so when you show up, you have a great attitude and just give me everything you got every day, you continue to grow. You continue to get better. Just take one step. Just show up, have a great attitude, and give your all. Today. Just do that today, right? Then you do that tomorrow, and you continue to do that, and you stack your days. Would you agree that if I showed up, have a great attitude, and give my all today, it's probably a pretty good day for me? Would y'all agree with that? Yeah. So what you do is you reflect, and then you stack your days, right? Just one day at a time. Don't worry about right now. Give me what you got right now. And I'm telling you what'll happen is, you'll go a week, you'll be like, man, that's crazy. Look at the growth I've had. You'll go, oh, wow. And then you'll start getting excited and be proud of what you've accomplished. So that's what I would tell somebody that has limited beliefs. Just show up, have a great attitude, give all you can today, and watch how you grow.
Go get it.